Well, oh my goodness. Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. Hmm. Yeah, let me take a drink here. Excuse me. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that. I hope my voice isn't like this the whole thing, but welcome to another Hyperion morning. How y'all doing out there? Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. It's been quite a week, but here we are. It's a Friday. We've got this. You've got this. You made it through the week. Here comes the weekend. Good morning, Marianne. How you doing this morning? So good to have you here on the show. So happy to have you joining me. Sorry about that. I was a mess trying to get this show together this morning, as I am every morning. I shouldn't change it. Nothing should change, and nothing should surprise you. But anyway, we're here. We are. We got it. We got this. Quick health update. My voice sounds terrible. Still have a cough occasionally, but for the most part, feeling better. Starting to get there. Finally getting to that point where I feel like I can see the end of this thing. I always find this funny because I feel like your voice, like you sound the worst, but usually you're not. And apparently right now, I don't think I've spoken a word in hours. So I didn't know what my voice would be like. I guess I should have the professional broadcaster in me should say, hey, you should talk before you actually go on the air. But the amateur in me, which is much more significant, forgot all about that. So anyway, feeling better. Still have a cough, not sleeping great, but doing a little bit better. Feel like I can see the end of this thing. So I'm hopefully not going to have to bring it up too much more as we move forward. But what are we talking about on this day? It is February 7th, 2025. Again, a very, very happy Friday to you. I hope your week went smoothly. I hope everything went well. And now we're onward to the weekend, a Super Bowl weekend for all of you who celebrate, whether you watch the game, whether you watch the commercials, whether you just dig in on the food and drink and all the festivities, whatever you got going on. It is a pseudo US holiday for sure. So enjoy it. Get a kick out of it. But some things did come out yesterday, Disney-wise, mostly Disney Cruise Line-wise, that we need to talk about a little bit here. They did release their itineraries for the summer of 2026 yesterday. Not a lot of big surprises, I don't think. I think one that caught me off guard a little bit was the fact that, excuse me, sorry about that. Really want to get my voice cleared up here. Sorry about that. I apologize for that significantly. Anyway, that they're going to be having for the first time ever 2 ships in Alaska for Alaska season. They've always had either the Magic or mostly the Wonder up there during that time of year. Well, in 2026, for the first time ever, they're going to have 2 ships running those itineraries. And that's fun. That's fantastic. I hope it brings the price down slightly. We'll see if it does, because there's more inventory for you to choose from. But let me tell you this. Michelle and I have been to Alaska a few times. I've been there more than I went before we got together. I've gone to Alaska a couple times before her. We've gone a couple times together. One of the most amazing, gorgeous, spectacular places you can ever visit on a cruise. We have not sailed with Disney there. We've sailed with other cruise lines. But I mean, I'm sure Disney does everything so well that they would be fantastic. But I can't recommend enough. If you've never done it, go see Alaska. It's incredible. Just this untouched nature. The way you sail through what's called the Inside Passage, that is this area through that space on the coastline that's been carved out by glaciers. So it's really deep, really deep. It's pretty deep enough for cruise ships to sail through. And yet you go out and you look out on through your window or through your balcony or whatever. And there's land right there on one side of you. And there's land right there on the other side of you. So you see all these trees, you see all these mountains, you see wildlife galore, all sorts of stuff, plus the whales and the porpoises, dolphins, everything. It's phenomenal. Highly recommended. Marianne, our only cruise was in Alaska, and it was an amazing experience. I agree. We don't go because we've gone several times. We haven't gone in a long time. But to me personally, like if I could pick only one place to cruise regularly, it may be Alaska. I'm not crazy about some of the ports. They're all kind of the same, but some of the activities once you get outside of the ports are phenomenal. But I just love just sitting, the calm, the peace, the nature of sailing through Alaska. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Highly recommend you look into it sometime in the future. Some other itineraries we saw. The Dream is returning to Europe to do a variety of Mediterranean and British Isles, Norway, everything. Their normal run of sailings up through Europe in the summer. The Disney Destiny is going to continue. It will have debuted by that point. It's going to continue its 3, 4, 5-day runs out of Fort Lauderdale, or 3, 4, 5 night runs out of Fort Lauderdale. But they did add in late June 2 7-night cruises aboard the Destiny, which has Michelle and myself intrigued. We're already booked in May on a 5-night on the Destiny, but we really want to get back to doing 7 nights. So the fact that just about a month later, they're going to be doing a 7-night on the Destiny, we may be shifting to that instead because, like I said, we want to start doing 7 nights as well. One other interesting itinerary, the Disney most of them, again, like I said, what you would expect. Disney Fantasy is doing a 10-night Southern Caribbean cruise going through St. Martin, St. Lucia, and Antigua, Puerto Rico, also stopping at Castaway Key and Lookout Key. That would be a fun one as well. I think that one will be pricey, but that one will be a fun itinerary as well. And if you're looking to book, here are your dates. If you're a Castaway Club member, well, I mean, even not. Opens up for the general public on February 17th. If you're a Castaway Club member, if you're a Pearl, well, it opens up here very, very quickly, February 10th. Platinum, where we stand right now for just a few more cruises. Michelle's getting very close to being Pearl. February 11th, that's Tuesdays. Gold, February 12th. Silver, February 13th. And I'll always say it, recommend if you're thinking about any of those cruises, book them at your earliest point available. Doesn't necessarily mean it will be the cheapest time, but it could be. So it's better to book it at what could be the cheapest time. And then if it drops, you can, up until your final payment date, you can always change it to the new price if it does drop. So that's why I always say if there's something that you want to book, go ahead and take advantage of it when it comes available. What are we celebrating on this day? Well, today is National Wear Red Day, which is a holiday that looks to raise awareness into heart disease for women specifically. I mean, heart disease is known a lot for men with good reason. But unfortunately, it kind of goes by the wayside a lot for women, and it is a significant thing. So wearing red today, I'm not wearing red yet, but I may put on a red shirt later just for this. Wearing red today, just kind of, hey, take a look at it. Make sure you're checking out on your heart, any testing you need done. Make sure your heart care is good because it's important. It's really, really important. So yeah, today is National Wear Red Day. Today is also National Bubblegum Day today. Do you like bubblegum? I did when I was young. I love bubblegum. I would chew up bubblegum. I would blow those huge bubbles, and luckily I can't do it now because it gets stuck all over this thing. Yeah, I love bubblegum. I don't think I've had any bubblegum in a long, long time, to be honest with you. But man, when I was growing up, love me some bubblegum. That's for sure. Also, it is National Fettuccine Alfredo Day today. Do you like Fettuccine Alfredo? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty heavy. Pretty rich. I don't know if it's my favorite thing. It's a little too rich for me to eat regularly or even even occasionally. Like that's a pretty big helping right there for me. I'd have to maybe eat a quarter of that fettuccine Alfredo. It's so rich and and it's all cream and butter. And I mean, those are good things. Don't get me wrong. But it's so much. But I know a lot of people love fettuccine Alfredo. Interesting note: I had a former coworker of mine that Marianne, it's Derek's favorite pasta. Well, good. I get it. It's good. I mean, everything in it is yummy, delicious stuff. I had a former coworker of mine who loved my fettuccine Alfredo so much that when I was doing catering, he specifically hired me just to come over to his house and whip up a batch of fettuccine Alfredo for he and his wife on his anniversary. So I whipped up that nice salad, some veggies, and just made it all up. Took all the stuff I could, got out of there, and let them have their night. But yeah, hired me to do that. So yeah, he loved my fettuccine Alfredo. I haven't made it in a long time, but I think I'd make a pretty good fettuccine Alfredo. I just don't make it because I just don't eat a lot of it. So, hey, if it's your birthday today, again, February 7th, 2025, a very happy birthday to you. Here's a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about great country music star Garth Brooks? He turned 63 today, born on this day in 1962. I've seen Garth Brooks in concert. He puts on a pretty amazing concert. You're going to, by the way, during this show, if you don't know this already about me, you're going to find that I have a very eclectic taste in music. Like if you listen to our most recent episode where we were talking with Chris Mazza of the Mazza's Musings podcast, by the way, if you haven't, go ahead and do that. We mentioned he's speaking with somebody who can't remember if it was a rock and roll journalist or something, but talking about he wrote some sort of book about Metallica. Anyway, I mentioned, hey, back in 1986-ish, I think, I went and saw Metallica open up for Ozzy Osbourne. Okay. I've seen Garth Brooks. I'm also very, very excited in about a month's time to go see Air Supply play out at the Garden Rocks out at Epcot. So that should tell you all you need to know about me. Like, don't try and pin me down to a genre. I like everything. I like little bits of everything. Very, very funny. Anyway, Garth Brooks, 63 today. Of course, Friends in Low Places. Probably most people know. I think my favorite song from him is The Thunder Rolls. Anyway, if you ever get a chance to see him in concert, I know he's 63 now, but still, from what I understand, puts on a great show. Check him out. How about James Spader? Talk about a great actor. Great actor. He turned 65 today, born on this day in 1960. You may know him going back to Pretty in Pink. He played the voice of Ultron in Avengers Age of Ultron. I guess he's going to be reprising that role coming up here in the Vision series that's going to come out in the next few years. That's what the story is anyway. We liked him on The Blacklist. We watched some of The Blacklist for many, many years. Anyway, born on this day in 1960. He turned 65 today. Chris Rock, funny comedian, funny guy. Of course, Saturday Night Live, but has done many more things, including television shows, movies. His stand-up was breaking records for a while. Anyway, he turns 60 today. Do you believe that Chris Rock is 60 today? He was born on this day in 1965. And Ashton Kutcher, that 70s show, of course, the classic film, Dude, Where's My Car? So many other great fun things that he's done. And he's actually become a pretty important businessman, a pretty good businessman. Anyway, he turns 47 today, born on this day in 1978. So a very happy birthday to them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. One more moment of shameless self-promotion today. We do have a new episode coming this week. I know sounded like part of our vacation was decimated by the flu, and it's not a lie to say that. It was. However, we did have some good times before the flu took over. And we will be talking about, we'll be talking about the whole thing, but really focusing, because we are the Disney podcast of positivity. we will be focusing on the good times from our recent Disney cruise aboard the Disney Fantasy. Stops at Lookout Key, Lighthouse Point. You can see I'm showing myself there in that picture in front of the actual lighthouse at Lighthouse Point. And talk about some of the food we ate, some of the great experiences we had. Hopefully you'll check that out. That's coming out on Sunday. So please, please, please check that out. All right. Got to get out of here. Everybody. It's Friday. Enjoy it. Enjoy the heck out of it. You're onward to the weekend. Have a fantastic day. Looking forward to celebrating this whole weekend long. And always, always remember every single day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning. It's the weekend, so it's 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to do all those things with you. Until that time, have a magical day, everybody. Bye.